And guess what? We are live.
Oh, hi.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, everybody, and hello, first of all, to Project Renegade from Greece. Hello, Mariana. Hello, Hodzi.
Hello, guys.
I
Nice
got-
to hang out today, and we are very honored for your invitation.
Thanks to you guys.
Yes, sir.
It's really awesome to have you. Thanks for accepting our invitation, and thanks for helping us to keep some company to our dear friends of all over the world. And in the middle doing,
I'm great, man. As you can see, I changed location
yeah,
for tonight.
I noticed that. Where are you?
In a different place. It's not your business.
Not
You
my
know.
business. Not my business.
Yeah. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding, man.
I won't ask you anything anymore. No problem. You little mysterious man.
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. I'm in a different house right now because of work, but I'm still here. I'm the same tonight for the live chat with these amazing guys from Project Renegade. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Yeah, let's do it.
So, Mariana, howdy. How are you doing?
Before we start, just a quick disclaimer: we're not here alone. We have our dog.
Oh, really?
Oh,
She's a very
Cool.
barky dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a very
What?
barky dog, so you may hear some barks during the
No problem.
live chat.
No
No
problem.
problem. We love animals. What's his
Yeah.
name or her name? Is
Awesome.
he
He's a boy, and his name
Okay.
is Archie.
Archie? Okay.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Hello, Archie. If you can
Hi,
hear
Archie.
Say hi,
He's
dude.
barking.
He's sleeping.
Oh my God,
Sleeping.
he's sleeping. He's sleeping.
Not today, the devil.
us. So let's do this very quick. So we won't wake him up.
Cool.
Just
Cool.
kidding. So I was asking, how are you doing? How's the situation right now in your hometown, and how are you dealing with the situation?
The situation here is, I think, is the craziest shit we have ever lived, because right now we have been in a lockdown from November 5th up until last week, and now we are at the worst part of the pandemic. We have the most cases daily,
Oh,
and we're open.
that's bad.
For some reason, not all of activities, but the shops, not the restaurants, but shops, and some other activities have opened. But right now we are at the worst possible position to open, and for 5 months, I think it's been
Yeah.
5 months.
Yeah.
We had like 100 cases a day, then 500 cases a day, and we were closed. And it's insane what's going on right now.
Yeah, because we're up to 4,000 something cases.
Yes.
I don't know,
Something like that.
4,000 something. And they just went, like, okay, let's open the market. Just, go crazy, guys. Have fun. And we were like, really, dude? Like with 100 cases, we were closed, and we were like unemployed, and going through all this turmoil. And right now we are at 4,000 cases, and we're open. Like, get it together, man. And
that's
I don't know, it's
crazy.
just pure craziness right now. Yeah, it's pure craziness right now. I don't know. It's very weird times
Yeah.
here. Very,
we
very
have
weird.
a very strict curfew every day from 9 to 5. It's very weird the way they have decided things. I should say that is the weirdest thing. I mean, nothing makes sense. Nothing.
Oh, that's bad. Are you dealing with this with music or something, enjoyable?
Hell yeah, we do.
Yep. We are recording right now our next full-length album, and thank God we have music, because we have something to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we've been quite creative over when we record one record, we are always striving to write songs for the new ones, so we're always one step
Yeah.
ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
And I'm very big, on staying creative rather than trying to get creative. And so I'm always in that process of, okay, I have an idea. I'm not just gonna leave it for, when the time comes. I'm like, okay, it has to manifest itself into a song right now. So let's go in the studio and let's make a song. And there's no if, buts, or maybes, but we're recording a new album. Well, no. We are in the studio. Let's write a new song, and we're recording all the other ones. And it helped us a lot, to keep the machine, moving.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, Fede, I see that there are some comments here. Let's say
Yeah,
hello to some of our friends.
Yeah, say hello
Who do
to
we have?
Michael Muller. I think that is writing in Greece. I think. In Greece.
Καλησπέρα από
Yeah,
τη
yeah.
Γερμανία.
Can you read?
Yeah, good evening from Germany.
Good evening from yeah, I can read the Greek because I studied ancient Greek in the high school. Yeah,
Oh.
it's not the same as the modern
Wow.
Greek,
Oh,
but
wow.
it's similar.
Wow.
No.
You're
It definitely not the
surprised,
same.
Simon.
I actually teach ancient in Greek.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
We studied Latin also.
Oh,
Yeah, and
I,
we have to study Latin in school as well.
I did that in the high school and also in the university for a couple of years, but then I ceased to go to the university because I prefer to study drums. But until then, it was really
My
cool.
man.
I had to
Yeah,
make I had
my
to make
guy.
a choice.
Same here. Awesome.
We also we have a comment, a greetings from David only for you, Simon. Say hi, Simon. Hi, David.
Hey,
by the way.
David.
Hi, David. And he's
Hi,
saying,
David.
Hi, David.
nice doggy. Wow. Again,
I says
nice
hello
doggy.
to Hachi.
Yeah, it's to Archie. And also we have our good friend Matthew
Yeah.
Lee Anson says, every evening, everyone.
Good
Hi,
evening,
Matt.
Matt.
Hi, Matthew. How
Hi,
are you, man?
Matthew.
And also, hey,
Here,
hi,
here.
Archie. And also we have another comment from Michael Muller. Say, I also learned all Greek in school.
Oh, that's
Cool.
great.
By the way, Michael, you know a lot of languages, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, probably. Michael is
Yeah.
really passionate with languages.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so let's start with the questions for you guys. If Archie would let us to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Usually-
continues down that path. He'll probably get in his cage right now if he continues down that path. No, I'm just kidding.
So we usually start asking a question about the very beginning of your career as a musician. So the question is, when did you start singing for Mariana and playing drums for Audi? And how you did that? How it started?
Okay. For me, it was singing came a lot later in my life. I started with piano when I was about 6 years old, I think. I studied piano for many years, but in the end, I kind of understood that was not my instrument. And I wanted to sing and I wanted to study voice. But that my studies in the vocal department began way later. I mean, like after university. So I was kind of old, I should say. But I did, contemporary singing and operatic singing and lots and lots of different styles, because I really love, getting to know different styles and different qualities, different genres. And, in the end, I ended up being a voice teacher also. So, I combined my studies and made it to my daily job, I should say.
Okay.
Yeah, and for me, I started playing drums when I was 9, and at the beginning I took guitar lessons, and I really liked playing guitar, but I was very, very bad at at skipping strings. Like if I was to play like the bottom E and then the octave below, I was like, oh my god, I'm just never gonna do that. It's like I'm always missing, and I was like, okay, what's the one instrument where I cannot miss? And I was like, drums. And then so that was my thought process, but I just fell in love with the instrument. It was something that I remember in my first lesson they taught me like the basic rock beat, and I was like, so what's the instrument? Barking. And I remember my first lesson, I was able to play the basic rock beat, and I remember my teacher telling me, you have great timing, you should really focus on that. And I was like, well, okay. And that was like, for me, I just fell in love with the instrument. And then when we started the band, I started to pick up the guitar again, writing riffs and all of that, helping the guys out. Then I started playing a little bit of bass. I also took piano lessons when I was 18. I was, very late into the whole music theory thing. Up until my 18th, year in this life, I was purely a drummer. I didn't know theory. I didn't know anything. And then I just thought, I want to be able to write songs. I want to be able to compose. And I took, a left turn and just started to wanting to become more than just a drummer, become a musician, a composer, and a songwriter. So that's, my musical journey. But drums is always and will forever be my first love. I mean, come on, man, that's purely my opinion, but like shredding solos and all of that and hitting high notes is awesome, but hitting stuff, that is amazing.
I couldn't agree more.
My guy, man, right?
Absolutely. I actually started with piano, but that wasn't my cup of tea when I was 6 years old. And then I switched to drums, and it was love at first sight. And,
yes, sir.
Well, actually, to play some other instruments, melodic instruments, can help absolutely in composing stuff, and that's really good. Does it help also you, Mariana, with the piano? Do you still play something with the piano to compose? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, to say the truth, everybody dabbles in in every instrument here and there.
Okay.
Yeah, not so much in the drumming part, because he has it pretty much nailed down.
Okay.
But everyone, we kind of, maybe I will write a riff. Audie will surely write some guitars, Nick writes guitars, Jay bass, but Audie also writes bass, and sometimes I also write bass. Everybody dabbles in everything, and piano and music theory and all that really helps when it comes to layering with the orchestrations and the electronic parts of the song. So yeah, definitely. I mean, the more you know, the better.
And that's when we go to the whole programming thing. Then it's mostly me and Mariana, but it's like that's probably like a 70-30 balance, and 70 leans towards her, because Mariana has a very deep understanding and knowledge of music theory into to the point where we are like, well, why isn't this working? And we'll be like three guys just like buffoons going like, but it's in the same fret, why is it not working? And then she'll come and be like, dumb, just move your finger there, and we'll be like, all right.
we also have the theory guy. He's Fajo, our bass player. He knows everything about music theory, harmonics, and all that kind of stuff. But beside that, this important member of a band that everybody should have, it's really interesting about you that you all double the instrument, because you can actually perceive them from your music. Everything is really harmonic, is really well
Thank you.
conceived. You can perceive that. It's really cool. Congratulations
Thank
for
you very
that.
much. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Cohesion is key for us, and not to have like parts that they are just parts combined with other parts. Everything needs to lead to the next part of the song, and not like be like mix and match things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Of course.
and I think also due to the fact that we have like insane amounts of tracks in our production, if like one thing is like out of key or out of tune, is the whole thing just falls apart, and it needs a lot of attention to detail. And thankfully that's why we're very lucky to have Mariana in the band, because sometimes I can understand when something goes wrong, but I do not know what it is. And then Mariana comes in and just see if she didn't write the part, she'll surely help fix it. But most of the time when it comes to writing like strings, which is like very tricky to make them interesting and not something that's been done before, and make them feel original, I think I'm like the luckiest person alive to be able to have Mariana by my side, and see I don't mention it, but it's something very, I get very inspired by watching her work, because she goes in depth to why she does the things that she does, and I'm like very inspired to become a better musician. I'm like, I wanna learn to be like that, even though I don't.
Oh, that's really cool about the cooperation of the band. You inspire each other. That's really great. It doesn't happen in our band. We usually make fun one of the other one. Maybe it works better with your your way, in my opinion, probably.
No, we also make fun. We also make fun of of our songs. So we are the same boat right there.
That's cool.
But
We
anyway,
even have weird dances for our songs.
wow, that's cool. But anyway, actually, you can perceive how the arrangements of your band work very, very well, because you have a lot of stuff, but the stuff in your music is not overwhelming, in my opinion. It's very well mixed with the whole composition, and it's not easy to do something like that. It's most of the time it's better to
the sound engineer doesn't think the same though. Most of the
time. you can tell him that I say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when we're in the studio. I mean, when we're laying drums, guitars, and bass down, and everything is going pretty well. And after that, I'm talking to like our producer, and he's like, "So what's next?" And I'm like, "Well, I'll probably give you the tracks for the synthesizers and the orchestras and the choirs and all of that." And he goes like, "So how many tracks are we talking about here?" And I'm like, "I don't know, 150. And he's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, going, well, that's how we roll, man. I'm sorry.
The most important thing is that you wrote that in a good way. So the more, the less. The important thing is that it's written in a very good way. So that's what's important.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
And guys, when did you decide to become professional musicians? Which was the spark that brought you to this decision?
I think it was back in 2014
Yeah.
when we said that we wanted to start Project Renegade, and we said that we're gonna set aside all other kind of amateur bands like jam bands we had that time, and focus on something that will lead us somewhere, that will make us get to another level. I don't know if professional is a term that I would associate with our band, because we see it in a professional way, but we're a DIY underground band. I mean, you cannot live from that. Let's not kid ourselves. So, but we view Project Renegades as a professional band.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
So we're doing professional work with the band. That's what
That's what we meant usually when we ask this question. It's about how you perceive yourself, and usually we want some guests that are really professional in their way to perform. So as we listen to them, we always think those guys are good. They perform in a professional way, so they are worth to interview. And that this is the reason of this question. It's about how you perceive your way of working with music.
no, I mean, we view it in a professional way at 100%. I mean, we've even when we collaborate, with directors for music videos, when we go to play a show and there's like 5,000 people there or like 5 people there, or when we collaborate with artists for photography or artwork, it has to be it's a professional relationship. And if you want to value yourself and value your music, you have to view it in that way. Because if you want people to take you in a serious manner, you have to take yourself you have to take yourself seriously. But if you don't, they're just going to be like, it's a joke band, or they're guys they are just guys doing their thing or whatever. And I'm not really into that, because when we decided to create the band, I mean, I even remember our conversation, and it went something along the lines of, we have to do this. We have a voice and we have something to say. We have to say we have something to say about the place where we are coming from our hometown, about this world in general. We have something to say, and it's a serious message for us, and it's our passion, and we've devoted our lives into it. We might not make insane amounts of money. We make next to nothing from this band, but it's all about our vision and our message. If we cannot convey that to the people in a serious manner, so they can be like, holy shit, those guys they really mean it and they're really going for it, then it's not gonna, nothing will come out of it, and we want something to come out of that. I'd rather make €0 right now and have the whole world knowing my band, rather than make millions and play private shows for freaking rich people or whatever. Fuck that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really, really great message to our friends. And anyway, besides the money that you make out of your music, I really think that your music is worth to listen and to watch. Also on your official video are very, very cool. And also I discovered a lot of videos with the live shows, and I saw a lot of people in your show. So I think you're a good band.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We had the opportunity to play with some major bands during our, musical journey so far. We have started from, from literally 5 people or eight
Mm-hmm.
people who were also our friends.
Yeah.
And then slowly we gained some traction, and we have traveled a lot, and we have been through the grind from 2017 that we started playing live shows and doing and being active in the live department. And we had some luck to to play with some in some pretty cool festivals, and with some pretty cool bands. But for us it's the same thing, even if we were still performing in front of our 8 friends, or in front of, I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
in
Absolutely.
the biggest festivals. That's the same thing. We just like to play live, and we just like to headband.
Yeah, and I don't know. I remember like we were having this conversation within our band about right now what is something that separates us from the next band, and we were just talking about how we always remember that right now we can play like with Evanescence in front of like 5,000 people, but we're still those guys who you know in the beginning they were like, this next song goes to you, mom. So it was, that's our roots. We were like, we started, two just hungry kids, wanting to conquer everything in their path, and we're still those two hungry. Well,
Yeah.
not kids anymore, but well, but we're still hungry, and we still want it, and we want it bad. So when we are like, okay, we have to play a show, well, how many people are there? Is it sold out? Cool. There are 2 people. We're still gonna crush that. We're still gonna
Yeah, yeah.
crush it. We're absolutely gonna annihilate it. And that's
That's awesome.
that's what
Yeah.
that's what
No,
helps us,
that
strive forward.
yeah, that's the spirit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Absolutely.
what
Yeah.
we always tell to ourselves is that if we gain one fan tonight from a show,
It's a success.
it's a
Yeah,
success.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's a
sex.
success.
Absolutely. I
Mhm.
hope you can gain some fans also tonight,
Yeah.
talking also
Thank
with
you.
our audience, because you deserve it. And let's see,
Thank you.
Fede, who joined us.
Yeah, let me see, man. Okay. Oh, we are David Francis says good talk about, I think, the last
Thank you,
topic
David.
Thanks, Dave.
that we did. And also we have Ibrahim Del Carme. Hey guys, long time no see. Hope
Yeah.
you guys are well. That's that side of the world. We are fine. Thank you, Ibrahim. Hi, by the way.
Thank
Hey,
you,
man.
Ibrahim.
Hey man,
Thank you.
good to see you. And also we have Michele Deleffe with strong arm.
Yeah, he's one of my friends. He's
Yeah.
a drummer also.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Oh, right
And
on. Shout out, brother.
and also Matthew Lee Anson, I think, have a question for you, Adi. Hi, Adi. Being a drummer myself, I always love
Okay.
to know what brands drummers use, and did your favorite drummers influence your decision to use those brands? So he's asking your
Oh,
brands drums, I think,
Awesome.
and your yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a nice question. I mean, before I settle to what I enjoy playing, man, I've tried
Mhm,
literally everything, and yes, I did try what my heroes were like using, and I quickly
mhm,
find out that it just wasn't for me. And so I had to go through the whole grind of buying stuff and not working out for me, then reselling them, buying something else. As of today, and for like since I was probably 15 or 16, where I was like, okay, this is what I'm hearing right now is what I want to hear in my playing in my record. It helps me out.
Mm-hmm.
I use exclusively Tama drums, although I'm not endorsing them by any means, because I haven't worked out an endorsement with them. It's just purely what I like to use based on me buying stuff and those working or not working out. So I use Tama drums. I'm playing a Star Classic Bubinga, and I exclusively play Bubinga wood right now, which is a big mind fuck for me because it's just been discontinued as a wood. So I'm on the market of, just buying another drum set just to have as a backup, because Bubinga wood just gives me a little bit of that low mid that I need for this band. We're tuned way low, and we just decided for our next record to tune even lower than that, and because it's right around the key where it helps Mariano's voice. So going with let's say maple drums, which are way more bright, wouldn't help out. It would. The drums were sounding kind of wimpy for me and kind of, I don't know, let's just say, not really that thuddy. And so I'm playing a Tama Star Classic Bubinga and Sabian cymbals. I use a variety of crasses. I have a huge ass kit that sometimes it's a very pain in the ass to set up, but when I play it, I'm like, yeah. So I have I'm playing also. Well, yeah. Let me check myself here. Let's start from the drums. I'm playing big sizes. I play a 22 by 20 kick drum, a 14 by 7, or either a 14 by 8 Bubinga birch snare or a steel snare. I also have a brass snare that I use only for recordings, which is a 14 by 7. I'm playing 12, 14, 16, and 18 toms. And then as cymbals go, as I said, I'm using Sabians. I go with a 14-inch AAX explosion hat. Then it's right above that. There are 2 splashes, an 8 and a 10 HHX series, a Sabian Paragon China 19-inch, 19-inch explosion crash, 20-inch extreme crash, 21-inch crash ride evolution crash, power bell ride, and a 21-inch holy China. And I'm using Tama hardware. Tama hardware. Come on, man. And some old beat up iron Cobra pedals that I cannot seem to change because they just work for me, man. So yeah, that's about it. That's what is working out for me. It has to be low tuned. It has to be very thuddy and boomy and big, or else, when the guys like chug and I'm going to those floor toms, it sounds wimpy as hell, man. So yeah, that's what I use, and that's what works out for us. Also, I'm doing my best to smash the ever living shit out of it.
I guess you worked a lot to afford.
What about you? Oh yeah, man! It was like, remember how many years I was saving money? I don't remember. It was like years.
Yeah.
It was like I was working for like 4 years, something like that. And everything I was doing, like I would like miss out on rent and just freaking, just give half a rent and half the money for my drums. It was like freaking, it was a hustle, man. It was a hustle.
It was hard. I remember those times. It was really hard.
What about you, Simon? What do you use?
I have pork pie drums because we were lucky to have the help of the owner of pork pie. He helped us with let's say an artist prize because of our first video. We were doing pretty well back in 2012, so he helped us with a kind of an endorsement. It was an artist prize for his pork pie, and I use a pork pie. It's a maple drum because I wanted a very versatile drum for playing all the kind of stuff, not only rock, but really actually I invite you because of the bubinga, because I also like the low tuning, the low sounds, and sometimes I
Yes.
regret for this, but it's really cool drums. I have a 10-inch tom, 12-inch, then 14 and 16 tom, 10 for 7,
Cool.
12 for 8, um, yeah, 14 for 14, and 16 for 16, and 22 for 20 kick drum. No, 22 for 18.
Oh man, awesome.
22. Yeah, but it's really cool,
Yeah.
and I recorded 3 albums with the drums, and it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's whatever, I mean, it's the same with guitars and when with gears for vocals and whatever. It's what works for you, and that's what I would say to like
Mhm.
Matthew. It's go through the grind of finding out what works for you, because then when you want to
Absolutely.
work out, even if you want to work out an endorsement, even nowadays, it's not about yeah, so I'm so and so, and yeah, give me free shit. It's not about that. It's how can
Yeah,
you help the brand and how the brand can help you. So if you
Yeah.
find from the beginning what you like and you know that instrument, you can then even apply for an endorsement and be like, I've played this for years and years and years. I know every nook and cranny of this instrument. I know everything about your company, and I can really help you. And then you can move on to an endorsement. But just buy whatever you hear it's right for you, man. That's what
yeah,
my advice.
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, yeah. I used to have an endorsement for a brand of sticks, but I wasn't feeling good with that because unfortunately, let's not say
Yeah.
unfortunately, because no, that's so cool, so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's
let's say,
comes from a very small dog.
yeah, yeah, well, we forgive him. He's so cute that we forgive him. And but it's really about how you feel about the instrument. If you not feel
Yeah.
well about it, you shouldn't get an endorsement. It's important to feel comfortable with the instrument. What do you
Yeah.
feel, Fede?
Yeah, it's the same thing for me. You know, we are lucky to have an endorsement with Cutter, but I just tried them before I entered the Ravenscry band, and for me, they are awesome amps because in a small pack you have all you need for a live show. So yeah,
Yeah, that's very
and
important.
Yeah.
yeah, this is the guitar's side, not the drummer side, but yeah, it's the same for me. Instruments aren't really important to be comfortable, sorry, for me, because I had to play it.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
i
sure,
i,
man. I
I think
mean,
I wasn't happy if they gave me an endorsement for a guitar and it didn't fit to me. I have to.
yeah,
no,
Yeah.
I understand. And we've been, we've actually, when we started, we've been through, the whole thing of gear, ourselves. Like, I remember, I think we were actually playing in Italy, and Mariana just walked up to a guitarist and started talking about his camper. And he was
Oh,
like, how the hell do you know so much stuff about campers? And he was like, well, we own one. So, it was like, but you're the singer. She was like, yeah, but, I helped buy it. So I know everything
yeah.
about campers. So your profile kind of sucks. Maybe you should tweak that and put something in front of it to make it, to boost the profile a little bit, maybe like a Max
Yeah.
on 80, or the 808. And she would, I remember, like, do you remember? He was like, how do you know so much?
You know, I guess that you have experienced that too, because when you go to a live show, every place is different, and
Yeah.
every sound engineer is different, and you have to be very specific and have your own gear and be ready to plug in whatever he gives you. So
Yeah.
you have to do your homework and be prepared
Yeah.
for anything that will come up during the live show. So we
Absolutely.
have done a lot of research regarding all the instruments, and even with the microphones. I mean, you would consider that a singer, whichever microphone you give him or her, he or she is okay. But it's not like that. I mean, for example,
No.
me, I hate Shure microphones. I hate them. I don't like how my voice sounds with them, and it makes it difficult for me to sing. And when
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna be a brand. We're gonna
Yeah.
get an X from the brand. Not from the name dropping. That's okay.
No, but they make really cool
Yeah.
wireless
Yeah, they make
and
very cool wireless stuff. Yeah, that's true. For me, it's Shure microphone never worked for my voice. And when I found the Sennheiser brand, it was like it felt so comfortable. I didn't have to like shout all the time. I felt a bump on the mid lows that I really liked and really complimented my voice. And all that helps you be more comfortable and more and have a better performance when you're on the live shows. You have to be having your gear and feel like
Yeah.
I'm here with what I want on stage, and I
Yeah.
can give my best, my 100%, and not like be always wary of how does that sound and how do I have to manage myself around this instrument. So I think it's very important.
Yeah. Your instrument can improve your playing or singing at the same time.
Yeah, of course.
It's
Absolutely.
yeah.
important. By the way, we have a answer from Matthew about drum stuff. Yes, me too. I've played Tama for 28 years. My influence was Lars Hurlich, so it's his fault.
It's his fault.
No,
Cool.
man. I mean, I think the same goes for me because I remember like my favorite drummers actually played handmade drums from America, and I was like, okay, I'll never get my hands on them. So when I started with Tama, I remember the first thing I did was watch the video from live in San Diego, maybe from Metallica, and I remember he had that huge Tama kit, and I was like, well, if the drummer from Metallica is playing a Tama kit, maybe I'm on the right track. And I also, like the fact that they are drums that they give you a little bit of a pushback. They are kind of fighting with you, and for drummers like myself, and and I'm a pretty big guy, so I like to hit hard and all of that. I don't need my drums to be a little bit flimsy, and I don't want to think that they're gonna break if I lay into them. I
Yeah,
really
yeah,
want
yeah.
them to fight me back a little bit, just give me a little bit of that pushback. And
Yeah.
the Tama drums are,
Yeah.
they are the working drums. You have to work to get the sound, and I like that.
Yeah, I played the Tama drums a couple of times because in one venue that I used to play here in Italy with my other band that is a Rammstein tribute project. They always have a Tama drums, and I feel very comfortable with them. And also, when we had the tour in 2018, the backline was giving us a Tama B&B drums, and it was really, really, really cool to play and really hard. How can you say that? It was hard, as you said.
Yeah,
Good for
it's that. It's for no, go on.
how you say that, working drummer.
Yeah, he's it's for me. It's for the guys that like to work to get the sound. They don't
Yeah.
expect to just go like this, and the drum is gonna sing, which is fine. If you're like a speed metal drummer, you don't wanna play that that hard. You really want to be able to be fast and create the sound with relative ease. But
Yeah.
I'm not like we were saying before we go live. I mean, I'm not one, for speed and all that stuff. I like power. That's my thing. I like to
Yeah,
feel,
yeah,
the drums, pumping. That's my thing.
yeah,
If
yeah.
they're not, if there's not force behind the drums, I'm like, whatever.
Okay, but let's not focus too much on drums for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see some
that
other
was like
com-
literally the longest conversation I had ever for drums. It was the longest conversation ever.
too much drummers in one live chat. I'm getting a little hot.
Talking about drums.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh gosh. By the way, David
Cool.
Francis says, well guys, Simon, Fede, Mariana, Pearl, Odie, of course. I am going back to sleep and close my eyes and smile. We'll listen to metal music before next week. I'm going to eat pizza hot. Cool for you, guy. Cool
Good,
for
man.
you, David.
Yeah.
Good man. See you
Right
next
on.
time.
Cool, man.
And Matthew is asking session player.
Maybe he's referring to when I was wondering the
Oh
right
yeah,
word for
yeah, of
working
course,
drummer.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also he says, sorry.
Yeah.
to-
Oh, see, yeah. Sorry
Alright.
to Mariana.
Yeah.
I'll be quiet now, lol. Yeah, you have to, Matthew. You have to, please.
No, you don't have to be quiet.
No, I'm kidding, Matthew. As you know,
But
okay.
by the way, talking about influences and drummers, musicians, which are the albums and the bands that have influenced you the most during your musical growth?
You take that. I already talked a lot.
For me, I really love metal, and metal music is the main genre that I listen to. So I should start from there. Obviously, Evanescence was one of my main influences, and I think Emily is the best. So apart from that, I really love Rammstein.
Yes.
I really, really love Rammstein, and they
Great
have
choice.
the coolest videos ever.
That's Rammstein.
I also love Slipknot, Korn. Korn are I think Korn is my top band since I started listening to them. Pretty much, the late 90s, early zeros alternative metal scene, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
From metal. I also, but when I first started listening to rock, hard rock, metal kind of stuff, I started from the roots. My first album was a Black Sabbath compilation, and I started from there, and then I went to Led Zeppelin, and then to a little bit of Ramones and all the old school stuff. And then I started watching MTV when MTV was cool.
And it played music.
and played really cool music. And I remember going to the CD store, buying the System of a Down album. I think it was Toxicity, the first one I got.
No, you told me it was the Still This album.
Still this album, yeah, maybe it was that
Oh.
one.
Did you buy it or steal it?
No,
Yeah.
I bought it.
Isn't that the question, though?
And pretty much that early zeros alternative metal scene is my main influence in metal music. But also I like to listen to a lot of different genres. I mean, I like classical music, I like pop music, I like funk, soul, R&B. I like everything. If it's good, I'm gonna listen to it. I don't have any problems. I'm not like focused in one genre. But of
Do
course,
you have a guilty?
the sweet spot is
Do you have a guilty pleasure?
No, because I do not have a problem to admit that I listen to anything. No, if it's good music, I will listen to it.
Okay.
But maybe,
Fair enough.
maybe now that I'm thinking about it, there are some, one of the songs that you see in the YouTube that are like kind of funny and kind of, maybe a little bit insulting.
Like what?
Like uh, the dude with the mustache and the weird 80s background.
What? Who's
Tony
that?
Benet?
Oh,
Donny Benet?
no, no,
Don't.
no, 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 no.
Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. I know who you're talking about, but I'm drawing a blank. Oh,
Something from Goo.
Gunther.
Gunther, yeah.
Ah,
That's
Gunther.
a guilty pleasure. If you don't know who Gunther
Oh.
is, go check it out.
That we were introduced to that guy in a party from one of my friends who was like, "Okay, I'm gonna play you a song, but I'm just gonna put the video as well." And I was like, "Okay, sure, go ahead, do it." And I think it was my birthday, so I was like running around, and he was like, "No, you want to see this video?" And I was like, "Man, it's my birthday. There's like so many people right now. I really cannot do this." And he was like, "I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you want to see like something that just gonna make you drop your jaw?" And I was like, "All right, fine." And he just pushed play, and I was like, so like immediately I texted that to all the guys and Mariana in the band, and I was like, "Check this shit out."
Awesome.
No, I do not have a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm crazy like that. I don't have a guilty pleasure for Gunther. I like Gunther. I'll admit it right here, right now. I fucking love that shit, man. I'm no guilt whatsoever. Well, for me, it's along the same lines. Not much things, were differentiate. I mean, I grew up. I remember the first thing I saw in like that was classified as heavy music. For me, it was I was watching MTV and when I was younger, but my humble beginnings were, I think, ever since I was a baby, because my father is like so much into music even till this day, and he has a big vinyl collection, and he plays the stuff like all the time. So I remember when I was a baby, my father used to play jazz records, and I was like, there's a video of me where every time he like takes the needle out, and when he puts it back and the music starts playing, I start to laugh like a crazy child.
Yeah.
But the first time I was, oh my, what is this? Which record is that? He was playing Never Mind the Bollocks by Sex Pistols, and he was like, oh, this is punk rock, and this is The Clash, and this is Deep Purple and Santana and all of that. So I was like, no, I'm into that. I want more of that. So he started playing me a lot of Clash and Sex Pistols, and from there, when I was in my teens, I started to not my teens actually. When I was around 11 or 12, I was watching MTV a lot as well, and a video from Limp Bizkit came in, and Limp Bizkit are my favorite band till this day. And I was like, what in the holy hell is that shit? This is fucking amazing, because I was so much into aggressive music, but I also really loved hip hop. I think it was because I started playing drums, and I was all about rhythm and groove, and melodies didn't exist for me until I started caring for them when we started the band, when I was like, okay, a melody is something very important in music. Up until then, I just wanted something that moved my head back and forth and had a groove.
Yeah.
So yeah, all those bands like Korn, Limp Bizkit, Slipknot, Deftones, POD, all of those bands had a certain type of simplistic yet very undeniable groove to it. So those are also my main influences. And then when I got older, I got into the older stuff, the newer stuff, and I learned to appreciate music as a whole. But yeah, my main influences would be like late 90s, early zeros metal scene as well.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Some comments here, Feden?
Yeah, let me check. Oh, there is a great comment from Michael Muller about your music, guys. He's saying your music style remembers me a little bit to Lacuna Coil.
Yeah, we love Lacuna Coil.
Yeah, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and we were supposed to play with them for the first time last summer,
Oh.
which didn't happen.
Oh, really?
You know, it was
Oh,
scheduled
that's a
for
pity.
this summer. Yeah, yeah, we were so bummed because it's one of our favorite bands, and you know, main influences, of course.
Sure.
Yeah, we were really bummed out because of that, and you know, the whole thing was rescheduled for this summer. I don't think it's gonna happen, to say the truth.
Wow.
Yeah, I think, you know, we will probably meet somewhere along the way. I hope.
Yeah, it's I think it was a big blow for us before because it's one of the bands that it's very close to our sound, and when we started the band, you know, we had a band, you know, bands like that and bands like In This Moment, Evanescence, you know, like Hailstorm, you know, those type of bands who really set an example for us, you know, about how they are perceived in the music business. You know, they don't do the whole, you know, uh, I have a female in the band, so I'm like female fronted, whatever that bullshit is. It's they carve their own path, so it would be a huge honor for us to play with them. But we'll get them. We'll get them. We're coming for you, Lacuna Coil.
Maybe in a tour?
Yeah, why not?
No, we would
That
love
would be
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
And cool. And also we have a comment from Michele D'Aleffe. Says, during my long career as a drummer, I had the chance to try the best ones, but none of them sounds like Musica Ragazzi. I think he's talking about
Yeah.
drum stuff, right? No?
No, I know this.
You got it?
Yeah, because we grew up in let's say a sort of marching band here in my hometown. Because Michele is from my hometown, and is it's not a much. It's a wind band, and we played together in this wind band, and it was a stuff for kids to gather kids and to make them play, and that's
Oh.
how we started to play all together. And the
Oh,
name
cool.
of this wind band is called Musica Ragazzi, which means music for kids. Let's say,
For
let's translate.
children.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
we play together
No.
wind classical stuff with a wind orchestra. Actually, we improved a lot, and all the people around me managed to become semi-professionals because they all played classical music. And here in Italy, the conservatory is is a very strong, let's say, institution. And
Sure.
that was really hard for me because
I mean, you have
Yeah.
such a great tradition in classical music, of course. It's only logical.
Yeah, absolutely. The problem is if you want to be a rock drummer, you can't do that in Italy, and that was really frustrating for me, and also for Michele, because we were both rock drummers playing percussions in a wind orchestra, and we was wondering the whole day how we managed to become professional like all the guys around us playing rock music. And so our journey started. By the way,
That's amazing.
thanks for your comment, Michele. Hope you're doing great.
Well, I think we can go on with our questions. What do you think, Simon?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about Project Renegade. how the project was born. What are the story and the concept behind it? Which are the origins of it?
So like I said before, we decided to start the band in 2014. At first, it was kind of a musical project, and that's why the term project kind of stuck and became a part of the name of the band, because we were only the two of us. We wanted to share our message and do something meaningful through our music, and not only share our aesthetic and our type of music that we are creating, of course, but also messages that we want to share with the world, and to make people and to help people through our music. And that's how we decided to start Project Renegade. We had some lineup changes along the way, a lot of them, up until when we ended up with the lineup that we have today. But we had already started working on our first EP, Cerebra, which came out in 2017, and that's when we started. That's when we introduced our band to the audience. Started doing live shows, starting doing promo for work, did some physical products to promote the band. So I have to say that in reality, the band is active from 2017.
Yeah, but we've known each other since we were six. Yeah, we've known each other though since we were 16 years old. We're like,
we played in a lot of bands, before Project Renegade. In one of those bands we met, I was a keyboard player then, and it was on drums. And with Nick, we met Nick through an ad. That is, that happens. Yeah. And we clicked right away. And then Jay was
he's a long time friend of mine. We were in a grungy kind of stoner rock vibe kind of band together, and things weren't working out, so we broke up the band. But we remained very good friends, because throughout playing together we created this very strong bond as a rhythm section, to the point where we tried in different bands, and we were like, oh man, this is like not working out for me if we're not playing together. And he was like, it's the same for me. So I was like, I have this band with Mariana. I mean, you know her, very well, so it won't be, like a new thing for you. You want to try? And he was like, dude, I'm so in, but bad timing, because I want to go study in London and I have to leave. But I help you guys, I'll help you guys write your EP. So he wrote our first EP, and then he studied in London. And a couple of years later,
after we've done the first full length Order of the Minus,
he came back, and he texted me. It was in the middle of the summer. He was like, hey man, I'm back. I just want to say hi or whatever. And I was like, hi, bullshit. You wanna come join the band? Come on, man. Hi, what the fuck is that? Yeah. Okay. Hello. How are you? You wanna come? You wanna come rock out now? And he was like, I was very, 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 very much hoping you would say that, and I was like, come on, dude, you're in the fucking band. So yeah, it's
Cool.
For me it's ideal. Yeah, for me it's ideal, because what I wanted, from a band, ideally, was to have people that were, that had something, in their playing, in their instrument, in their abilities, in their personalities. And those guys, they all have it. Like, nobody plucks a string like Nick does in a guitar. Nobody slaps, a bass like Jay. Nobody sings like Mariana. Nobody performs like her. She's very unique. And that thing was something that I was searching for, because when we were starting the band, we based it on wanting to bring something new to our already existing scene. There is a lot of black metal and symphonic metal going on, a lot of stoner rock, and a lot of progressive rock, and those are all, genres that we appreciate and like as well. We love a lot of those bands and a lot of fellow bands from our hometown. But growing up into the music scene here, especially here in Athens, you are very limited in with choices. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna have to listen to that genre again, and you're like, well, wait a minute, if no one is doing what we like to hear, well, fuck it, man, we're gonna do it. No, but nobody's gonna do it for us, and we have something to say, and we are, pissed off about some things. So yeah, we're not gonna sit on our asses and just wait for stuff to happen. We're gonna go out there, we're gonna work, and we're gonna do it. And so that's basically the whole consensus of how we started to work as a band.
Oh, that's really interesting. And it's interesting how you manage to find the right members all over the years. While playing and growing up, you make some bondage with some bonds. Bondage is another thing, sorry. Some bonds with.
It's recorded.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yes. A little,
It's
a
live
little
now,
lapsus.
man.
Some bonds with very good friends, but not too close. And then you manage to gather the best from or your all of your fellow musicians, all the musicians that you met during your growth, and then you manage to find out the perfect combinations, the perfect combination of the people that you really want to play with. That's really cool. And what about the name Renegade? This is a question
Easy, that's
from.
Yeah, Michael Muller. How did you find the
Okay,
name
how to
Renegade?
find them? Right. Well, I just kind of looked at, our personalities. I mean, we were gonna call it Project something because we were like, okay, it's just two people, it's you and me, so it's not a band, so it's a project. So yeah, let's take that, but it's gonna be like Project what? And
Mhm.
nothing was really working because it wasn't representative of us. So I just kind of took a look at our personalities and how we behaved, how
Mhm.
we followed, how we were fitting in into society and all of that. And we're just, two people that are gonna carve their own path no matter what. We will give, society and a whole and a team a chance. But if it's not working for us, we're just gonna go and do our own thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's literally the definition of a renegade. It's someone who joins
Yeah.
something, sees it's not working for him, and he's like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna do my own thing. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And
And I
that
think it's also because of the style of the music that we're
yeah, I was
playing.
gonna go to
Yeah.
that as well. It's very, we're very unapologetic people. We do things that we like, and literally we. It's gonna sound a little bit cringy and bad, but we really don't give a fuck
Mhm.
about what people think, man.
Yeah.
We have one life. We have, this is our only chance to ever do this. So if we don't do it by our rules, we are failing as people and as musicians and as artists.
Mhm.
So um, we are people who don't easily or sometimes almost never conform to ideas that are
Mhm.
thrown into us. We have a lot of critique in how we are thinking, and we are very analytical about things that are being offered to us.
Mhm.
So we don't usually buy into trends. We don't usually follow, fads or whatever that's,
Mhm. Mhm.
that have been going on. I remember, I broke up with a lot of my friends because I thought they were like doing whatever, whatever was cool at the time, and I didn't find it was cool. I thought it made them look like, like a bunch of assholes, and I was like, hey guys, do you wanna not do that? And they were like, oh, everyone's doing it. So right then and there, and Mariana has a similar background as well. She's not your typical person. She's very opinionated, and I mean that in a very good way, that she has her opinion and she has her beliefs, and she's gonna use that to drive herself into success. And it's also the whole DIY thing. We've been through, a lot of stuff where we were like, fuck it, we're gonna do it ourselves. And all of those stuff, it does kind of make us, we feel like it does kind of make us renegades. We don't. We are people who are very, who are very not lonely, because we have our friends and our close people and all of that, but we are very secluded in our, our own minds and our own beliefs.
Yeah.
And we don't change that for anyone. So I remember, like in an interview, they asked us, what kind of music do you play? And I didn't want to go through the whole rabbit hole of just saying, like, yeah, we play something in terms of like alternative metal with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So I just said, you know what, man, I'm just going to say what I feel. I just said, we're playing fuck you music.
Best answer ever.
It's because that's what we. Yeah, thank you, man. But it's the truth. It's us going out there and be like, you know what? This is us. This is who we are. You either take it or you live it. You wanna, this is your only opportunity. I'm not gonna be like, oh, what do you like right now? Do you like a little bit of metal with a little bit of pop music? Yeah, fuck that. This is me. That's what I like to do. This is her. That's what she likes to do. Take it or leave it. I don't care. If you hate it, good for you, man. That you have every right to hate it. But I'm not gonna do what you want me to do just because you wanted to. Yeah. That's not honest. And I'm gonna give you honest and real. That's how we chose Renegade. That's the whole basis behind it.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
Perfect. It's basically it's how it started also for us. We named our first album. We named our first album One Way Out because for us, our way was the only way out of, let's say, the conformism of society. But it's all about what you really want. It's what you really want, what you really want to do, and despite everything and everybody. We couldn't agree more.
Yeah, of course. And by the way,
yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a stupid thing, man. Don't worry about it. It's a comment from Matthew Ileanso. Says, Simone, that has to be the best blooper of the series so far. Bandage. That's it. By the way, did you want to add something, Simon?
Yeah, bondage happens.
Yeah, really?
Sometimes.
Good for you. Good for you.
I was very tempted to just because we were talking for like 20 minutes straight for drums, I was just so tempted to talk for bondage for like a half an hour.
Oh gosh.
Maybe later. Let's wait until after midnight. When
right. Yeah. We have still 1 hour and 50. By the way, also say hi to Davide.
Hey, Davide.
Ciao, Davide.
Hi, Davide.
Hey, man.
Hi. And cool.
Okay, we talked about the beginning of the project, the project Renegade. Let's get deeper into the songwriting process. You talked about how you all double instruments. You are all composers in your band, and although there is Mariana, who is the theory member of the band, but how usually your ideas get together? How do you usually
Yeah.
propose them into the band?
You should take that.
Um, Generally, I should say that the process, which is not 100% the same in each song, but let's say at the majority of times, we start with the guitar riffs. We have to have the riff inside the song. That's how, if that doesn't exist, it probably won't become a song in the end.
Okay.
So the majority of times it's the guitars who start the whole process. Then and the guitars can be written by Nick or Audie most of the times. Sometimes we contribute also, and then Audie writes the drums.
Yeah.
And the bass comes after. And then then we take Audie and me the rhythm section, and then layer it with orchestras or electronics, pianos, whatever the song calls for. And when we have the whole song ready instrumentally, I should say, then I add the vocals. The vocal lines are pretty much at 99% written by me. Sometimes we discuss some things together.
Yeah, I usually give her thematics that maybe she'd like to sing about. I don't usually write lyrics. Like 2 records and an EP right now, I just wrote lyrics that ended up changing as well. I wrote for like 2 songs, so lyrics are completely her realm. I want her to I want her to have her own voice. I don't want her to, and plus we both don't get the whole when singers are like, oh, the guitarist writes the lyrics. We kind of don't get that. We feel like, well, you are the singer though, so come on, man. You should have your own voice because you believe your own lyrics more. So if I go like, hey, Mariana, sing this, she's just gonna be my voice, so it's not gonna be as strong. If she does her own thing,
for me, it's I have to feel the connection of and have the corresponding performance behind the lyrics, because it's really hard to get on the other side and make the listener understand what you're thinking, what you're feeling when you write some lyrics. I mean, they are words, but you have to have that emotion behind it. You don't want it to be like only a good and nice sound. Sometimes the sound needs to be grittier. It needs to be dirty. It even needs to be not a nice sound. But I don't think that for me there are other bands who do that and they are very successful and good for them. But for me, it would be very difficult to associate myself with something that's written by someone else.
Yeah, and also I think you should go into depth about how we envision things that manifest into songs as well, not just how we generate an idea and how we work with each other. I think that would be
in the whole process. I mean, what I described before. It's the technical parts, how we start collaborating and building everything in order to match. But first everything starts from a vision, a message, or something that we want to express through that song. Basically it starts from a feeling or a message that is the basis of how that song is gonna sound like. I mean, if we are pissed off about something, we need to write a pissed off song. It's not the other way around. First comes the feelings, and then comes the song. And in the end, that is the whole point for us, to share the vision, to share the message, to share our feelings, and maybe find the catharsis all together, us and the listeners.
I love this word, catharsis.
Yep.
I can tell that you studied the ancient Greek culture. That's quite obvious because you're Greek, but as I studied it and I really love your culture, I can understand where
Thank you.
where you come from, because it's a really really great culture. I love it.
Thank,
I love it.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
We love your culture as well. We were actually having this conversation. That we were saying that, you know, if we could live in one place in the world, where would that be? And we both instantly said Italy.
Awesome.
Cool.
And
Cool.
it's also, you know, I think it's that's the main point also for us to be honest. And in order to be honest, it has to work, like Mariana said, the other way around. You have to be like, I want to write a song because I'm feeling this way, or I want to write a song about that experience that I had, and that dictates how we are gonna move musically, rather than saying, oh man, I have this song but it kind of feels angry, let's write, you know, something, you know, really, you know, pissed off and tough and all of that. That is manufactured. We don't want to manufacture something. We want to express. So that's how we
Yeah.
move about it.
And probably that's why our next record is going to be an Insanity.
That could work.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
For us. For our soul.
Yeah. But by the way, I think the word catharsis really fits with what you express, because it's about how the audience feel in the very same way that the performer feels, and the catharsis is a sort of transformation after you felt the performance, the artistic performance. You feel transformed. You feel different. You understand something. It's about understanding,
you know,
and that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that word comes, you know, from you probably know it because you've studied ancient Greek, but you know that word comes from ancient Greek theater, where people, you know, would go. It was their only, you know, entertainment back in the day, and they, you know, they would be part of something. They would, you know, they would unload their problems, and you know, exactly like you said, they would transform. They would, you know, feel lighter, better. They would become better people. And you know, maybe it's because we are influenced by, you know, very much of the alternative metal music. You know, I believe that a lot of those performers were actually trying to do also that. I mean, I can hear, you know, in Jonathan Davis's voice how much he suffers, how much, you know, he means every word, and that is awesome, because that's you know the impact that music had for me, and I think for you also.
Of
you know,
course.
it was our refuge, it was our sanctuary in difficult times, and you know, it made us, it gave us the you know, the necessary strength to cope with reality. And that's what that's what we want to do. We want to, you know, be able to connect with people in a level that, you know, will help them in the end. Because that's what music's supposed to do, and that's what every art form is supposed to do.
Yeah, it's almost a spiritual collective experience.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where you perform that in the catharsis. I remember that my ancient Greek teacher used to say the most similar thing to the catharsis, to explain that. He said the most similar thing to the catharsis is a rock concert, in his opinion.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sure.
I was thinking that you would say bondage.
Could be interesting. Yeah. So tonight the keyword is.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about that later. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You're the kids that are watching right now. Hi.
Go to bed. Go to bed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not time for you guys, kids. Whatever.
And speaking about not bondage, but live concerts and live performances,
Yeah.
do you remember, guys, your first live performance with Project Renegade? And what was your best performance ever?
Oh my
I
God.
will talk about the first
Tough
one,
question.
Yeah, I really
which
want.
is I think more
I
interesting.
I really want to talk about the best one because the first one would hurt me like deep into my soul.
The first one was at a very old uh, bar live scene.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know what to call it. It's a very small place. It actually hosts a lot of bands and a lot of DIY underground bands.
Mhm.
It was in support of Bulgarian band, I think.
Bulgarian or Romanian?
I don't know.
I'm drawing a blank too.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think
Yeah,
Bulgarian.
yeah.
Mhm.
And it was our first show. We were really excited.
Mhm.
A whole lot of stuff went crazy in the live show
Yeah.
because it was the first time that we were playing with pre-recorded orchestras and backing tracks. The place was really small, so I didn't have in ears. I couldn't hear anything.
Anything
At
but
one
drums.
point, anything
Yeah.
but drums, yeah, especially the cymbals. The cymbals were like cutting the
Yeah.
sound like crazy,
I
crazy.
I can I can
Imagine
understand
that
you.
the back wall was a rock wall, so everything had
Yeah.
such a huge resonance. It was awful. It was awful. But we had all of our friends, in the crowd, and there were also some people who came for the show, and
Yeah.
for other bands that were playing that night. And in the end, it was a nice experience with the
Mhm.
crowd, but it wasn't a nice experience, with what was going on stage that night. We had to, rethink a lot of stuff
Yeah.
since that live show. But I think it was in a legendary in a bad way place, and it became in a legendary in a bad way show for us.
Yeah, I mean, I remember we were supposed to kick in this song that like sounds huge, from the beginning and all of that. And our then guitar player forgot his clean patch on, and he was just playing
Oh.
through a clean sound, and I just gave him yeah, and I just gave him the stink eye, like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Change the sound now. And he like didn't change it until the end of the intro, and I was like so mad at him. And from then on, it was like we took like a vow between ourselves that because we were very um accommodating to in rehearsals,
Mhm.
like I made this mistake, no, it's okay, no worries, just keep an eye
Yeah.
on it. And now we are like, so what did you guys think? And we immediately would be like, this sucked, do it again.
Yeah.
It's like we're not leaving any room for
Mhm.
mediocrity, and I think that's what we
Yeah.
learned from
Yep.
that. So
Yeah.
our
Yep.
our best performance, I think it would be either with Evanescence or with Bullet for My Valentine. I mean, we were much
Wow.
a much tighter band at that time,
Mhm.
because we have rehearsed a lot. We had a couple of shows under our belt. We had a lot more time to think what we wanted to do,
Yeah.
how to tweak things live. We had a lot more confidence in ourselves. So
And
Mhm.
you probably know that when you have a huge production, to support you, and a lot of technicians to help you, it's way easier for the band. It's way easier.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about how if you want the track on stereo or on mono. Do you want that
Mhm.
thing
Yeah.
louder, or you have a professional team behind you, and that is so good for the band member to have to only think about their performance.
yeah, we were
Mhm.
more free with what we wanted to do, because we didn't have to overthink things that don't have to do with with what we do on stage. We were like super focused on getting out there and just burning this whole thing to the ground. And especially, you know, with Evanescence, it was a big moment for us because it was actually, you know, Evanescence was the first ever concert Mariana went to, so it was like a very big full circle moment. So me and the rest of the guys, you know, we wanted to represent and honor that, because, you know, I have a lot of bands that are like, I didn't get to open for, you know, for like any of them, like, you know, my first like heroes, I haven't opened up for them, you know, and she got to do that. So we were like, you know, this is a very important moment for one of the four of us, and we need to go out there and show 1,157% of what we got. You know, 100% is not nearly enough. This is going to have to be the best show we've ever played. And to Jay and Nick's credit, they were very cold-blooded about it, and I liked that. They just went into the stage and they just performed. You know, they weren't like, you know, oh my God, we're opening up for Evanescence, and so many people.
We missed you for a couple of seconds.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, Fede, but they froze a bit, baby.
Yeah.
We will connect again.
Yeah.
Let's wait.
Let's wait. But by the way, in the moment, maybe we can share with our fans their links. What do you think?
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for Mariana and Dodi to come back, let's share with you all the links for Project Renegade. Check them out because they are super cool. You can check them on the Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram.
Instagram, of course. This is the YouTube link for their channel.
A lot of cool official videos, and also videos from live performances. And also there is a Bandcamp.
You're right, man. And just
Bandcamp link.
Yeah, here we are. Yeah. I'm still looking to the phone if Mariana is writing me right now. I don't know.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, while we're waiting, they're
here we
back.
are.
And here they are.
Hey guys, welcome back.
We recovered quickly.
Yeah, cool.
No problem. We used this time to share your social media and all your pages.
Yeah.
So
cool. What was that? Sorry, I just put on my headphones.
Oh, just sharing your social media links.
Cool. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Sorry for the interrupt, but for some reason
her phone died.
My phone died without giving me an explanation.
Yeah, I just had the laptop ready, so we recovered quickly. We're good.
We are sorry that we kill your phone. Sorry.
No worries, man.
So I think you were saying.
Don't worry, Simon will buy you another one.
No. Simon will bondage her phone.
Come on.
I'm just kidding, man. So
it's funny, you know. Bondage like this.
Should I keep going, or do you want to do another question?
No, keep going. Keep going.
Cool. As I was saying, that was those were the two shows where we were like very focused in doing that, and it was they turned out great. I mean, Bullet for My Valentine was a whole different monster for us because we were playing in our hometown, and we do have a rough crowd with hometown bands. We are very critical of them, and you always have the guys who are like very oh, they are awesome, and after a while they're like, yeah, but they did this and then they did that. So Athens is a very tough crowd to please, and going out there and just performing to the best of our abilities and having your own hometown appreciate you, cheer for you, and recognize you was something that to this day we think it's one of our greatest accomplishments, that we feel like because we felt like we belong now. We belong in our scene, and we've done something important right now. And we hope that after the whole COVID thing, we get to be even closer with our hometown fans, because we are pretty much in love with our own hometown.
And we really want to play. I mean, it's
Woo, you can say that again.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a question here there are some questions here from our friend Michael. I noticed, Fede, who's wondering how many songs do you have in Greek language, and also how often did you have already performances in Germany, because he's from Germany.
Germany,
Okay.
So
we have no songs in Greek language.
No songs
Zero.
in Greek.
Okay.
Zero. For some reason, although Greek language is really beautiful, sometimes the way that that the lyrics are a little bit more simple, I should say. They sound kind of weird in Greek.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because we have a very huge Greek music scene here, which is associated with some low quality music.
Okay.
That is all kind of connected, and it's a bit cringy for Greek bands.
Yeah.
To say the truth. Though I do not disregard or deny the possibility to ever make something like that, but for right now it would be a little bit cringy for us to do something like that.
Okay.
And
plus we would love to play in Germany, because it's
we haven't played yet in Germany.
Yeah.
We have played in a lot of countries around Germany, but never in Germany. We really want to visit Germany, because it's such a metal country there. And we also have some friends, some German musicians also, but up until now it's never been the case. We have played in Belgium or in Netherlands, which are really close by, but we never had the chance to play in Germany.
Okay, maybe in the future. It's a very cool place to play. We've been there a couple of times, 2 or 3 times. Yeah, it's
three
really,
times, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, 3 with you, 1 without you, Fede.
I think 3 with me, but thank you for your good memory.
Yeah, I remember.
As I miss a gig in Germany with you guys.
Yeah, because it was a gig in 2015, and you were.
Oh, really? So it's 4 time.
Yeah, so 4 time, 3 with you and
3
1 with
for
Paul.
me. Yeah. Now I got you. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, what was your guys' best and worst performance?
In my opinion, the worst performance was actually that performance in Germany without Fede, because
because Fede was not there.
Yeah, because
See?
wasn't
It wasn't my fault, by the way, because I wasn't there. Thank God.
Anyway, we had a lot of problems on the stage, and we didn't play very well. We weren't so tight that night, and after that show, we really started to be more and more prepared to everything that could happen on the stage. To be prepared beside any risk, any problem, any kind of thing that could happen that could distract you from playing in a bad way. You have to play well always, whatever happens on the stage. And actually, after that, we had a lot of accidents on the stage in the next tours, but we managed to play beside all the accidents. I remember in one show in Switzerland, the plexiglass shield fell on Julia and Fede, but we kept playing without losing the time with the backing tracks. And also I remember, by the way, all problems with the drums actually. I remember in a show I broke a stand of a cymbal exactly on the cymbals that I had to play. Everything broke, something like that. But we kept playing. We didn't lose the groove. That worked. I think the bad performances can help you to improve.
Of course. And they make great stories.
And your best performance?
The best performance?
Always without me, of course, because
No, come on, man. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
So.
Really?
Yeah. Our
I'm
best
honored.
one of the best performances is maybe during the Angra tour, maybe.
Oh,
in 2018.
Yeah, we. I don't know. Maybe to rock. I don't know.
To rock, it was very moving because it was the last show. It was really cool. But maybe the coolest one was in the Z7 in Switzerland.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
the Z7 was very cool. A very good stage.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really cool because I remember that it was like the same day that I come back to no, it wasn't. I did a mistake. Yeah,
because you're recalling the show that you
in Barba Negra at Budapest.
Yeah, in Barba Negra because
yeah,
during the days off, Fede left us to go back to Italy to graduate, and then he came back right 5 minutes before getting on the stage.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Or maybe 5 minutes to be fired from the band. So.
No, pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, but I just remember these gigs were of course all the tour was fantastic, but these gigs were really awesome for me because a lot of memories and experiences, crazy experiences, like come back to Italy, come back again to the tour.
Yeah, man, that must have been wild.
Adrenaline was high, I guess.
Oh,
lots of adrenaline, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But I did it. So yeah.
Cool, man.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, that's a cool story.
Yeah.
You did well.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. And also Barba Negra, I played well. I remember that I played well. Yeah. It was a good performance.
Of all the weight that you left in Italy.
Yeah.
Or the psychological weight.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. We have a comment from Matt Fem Voices. My name is Henrik for Germany. I joined your show at FEM in 2018 and also filmed part of it. Would you like to send me the files to you?
Of course.
That would be amazing. Thank you. And thank you, for coming and watch us at FAM in 2018. It was one of, the best experiences we've had so far with the band. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Go ahead. That's amazing that you are offering that. I mean, I totally, forgot about that show, and I would like to
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
it again. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So cool of you.
Cool.
That's great.
Great.
Let's talk about the future. What are the plans for you and the project Renegade in the future?
So we're currently recording our second full-length album, like
Mm-hmm.
we said before.
Yeah.
Hopefully we will have it ready. It's with the whole pandemic situation, it's kind of difficult to say when it's gonna be released, because we do not want to release something without having the opportunity to tour.
Yeah.
Because Order of the Minus was released in October 2019, and we had very, very little time to tour with that album. And we feel like we have a lot to give from that album also. So we are working, and we are slowly completing the recordings. And then we want to do a couple of videos, and the usual promotion stuff that goes with the record, and of course do as many live shows as we can, because we've missed that so much.
Yeah.
It's been over a year that we've managed to play something, and we were trying to book some shows in the summer where the measures was a little bit more relaxed, but for a metal show it's very difficult to happen. You cannot sit on a chair and watch metal. So that is not something that it's easy to happen. So we were booked for a very nice festival during the summer, and for another festival in October, but
It all got scratched.
the production wasn't able to go through with it, unfortunately, because it was impossible to maintain some restrictions due to the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's for us, the main goal is getting our music into our fans directly, and then taking the band to as many places as we can. So I think that if allowed, we're gonna have a very and if it comes, if the opportunities are that we are seeking manifest themselves into reality, we're gonna have a very busy schedule. But we are holding our cards towards our chest, because you never know, and you don't want to promise. We found out you don't want to promise anything that you cannot deliver. So we're slowly making steady moves that that can happen. Maybe that we won't announce, we're going to make 2 videos, and then we're going to make 1, or we're not going to make any of them.
Yeah.
We'll have a video done, and then we're going to be like, boom, here's a video, like boom, here's an album. Because it's these are very strange times for bands in general all over the world, and people are they are tired, and they are very they are fighting through this whole thing, and they don't need bullshit. They don't need the usual promotion stuff, like in your face, like we're gonna do this and this and this and this and this and this, and look at me, and nothing comes out.
Nope, it couldn't work.
Yeah, they want honesty, they want right now, I think. And for us, this is for us bands as well. They need to feel like that we have their backs, that we recognize them and we appreciate them. So we're not gonna bullshit with them with fake promotional stuff just to gain attention. It's not the attention game anymore. It's the delivery game. Can you deliver what you are promising me? So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna deliver.
Okay. Cool. I guess I don't know. Do you have any other project besides Project Renegades, or are you totally committed to the band?
We are absolutely 100% committed to Project Renegade.
I was going to say, I guess that you are totally committed to, but I didn't want to say some bullshit like bondage or something like that.
Come on.
No, we actually, and it's not that it's like frowned upon, but we are one unit that does one thing, and that's what we want from everyone that is in the band. I mean, I even remember that when Nick was auditioning for the band, he was telling us, I have also this other band. It's not really going anywhere, but
I'd like to keep it.
yeah, but I like to keep it and all of that. And I remember telling him that you can keep it, but the way we are moving, there will come a time where it's gonna have to be this or the other. And I'd hate to be the one to tell you like it's Project Renegade or the other band, because I wouldn't want to do that. We're looking for people who are like, this is like a team for us. You put, we put on, our uniforms and our colors, and we become, one at our core and in our blood. We are Project Renegade. We are nothing more or nothing less. This is who we are. So
Yeah.
this is what is being expected from everyone in the band. You are either this or you are not, because we're gonna push it. We're gonna push it as far as it can go.
Yeah.
If you are not all in, then get out now, because you are gonna hold us back, and we can't have that.
Yeah.
Okay. Totally.
And I think it's agree with you guys, Archie. So
Yeah, Archie is the most Project Renegade out of all of us.
oh, it's the manager. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
He like when things do not go our way, we just have him bark for like 3 hours until we get what we want.
I feel it works.
Great.
Cool.
Okay. I saw another question from Michael, who's asking this to you, Mariana. Would you like to sing also a duet, and with whom?
That is, one of the $1 million questions for me, because I want to do a collaboration with everyone.
Yes, it just always goes on. I would like to sing with that guy and with this girl, and with that guy. And I'm like, you haven't left anyone out.
But for right now, the top of my list is Jonathan Davis. I would love to do a duet with him, and of course, I would like to do a duet with whoever wants to do a duet with me.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem.
Cool. Great.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. Let's talk about something different from music.
Yeah.
As we started all this live chat stuff, a lot of people was going into something new, like discovering new hobbies, new stuff, new interests, and a lot of people was taking advantage of the quarantine to learn something. And so, what about you? Did you discover something, or do you have an old hobby or interest that you kept besides music? Something like working out or reading something in particular, or whatever, or bondage?
Dude, like literally, this joke is never gonna get old. Like never. I mean, you can even just say bondage right now, and I would laugh. It's like amazing. The timing is great. It's great.
And that came out from nothing. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You go.
For me, I like working out, and that's something that I kept during the quarantine. Not so much because I have to keep the body or something like that, but because it makes me release some tension, and I like that. I like running. And I also like books, but I don't have that much time, to say the truth, to read books. I like very much sci-fi novels. And I think pretty much that, because during quarantine, we wrote the better part, like the 90% of our new records. So we were really focused on that. And I also took up this little guy right here, who is sleeping right next to me. This little one. So that was, a new addition to my life. Because he's like we got him, a little bit after the quarantine.
Mhm.
So I guess for me that's about it.
Yeah, during quarantine, I didn't pick up a hobby because, like she said, we were like very focused on completing the record. But I do have a lot of other hobbies that I really enjoy doing. They also keep me inspired to with music as well. My first, like, my three main hobbies outside of music is that I am a huge comic book nerd. Like,
Oh.
it's not even, yeah, it's not even funny. Like, sometimes uh, I get so much into it where I see people, like, having their bored, resting face, like, and I'm like, come on, man, what's up? And they're like, you've been talking about comic books for like 3 hours, man. Shut up. So this is like my first love. I have a huge collection of comic books, and I also enjoy reading them a lot. It's something I did ever since I was a kid up to today.
Mhm.
I also skate a lot. I like skating. We have a lot of cool places here in Athens to
Oh,
go skating.
cool.
And I also, I'm lucky enough to work in a school where they allow, the kids to skate during,
Well,
recession and all of that, so I can bring my board and skate with my students and all of that, which is
Oh,
very,
that's
very cool. Yeah, we
it's
bumped into
cool.
each other. Yeah, it's very cool, but we bump into each other and all that stuff, and it's very, very cool. So yeah, skating, reading comic books, and I like hiking a lot. We have where we are right now. There's like one hill over there and one hill, on the other way around. It overlook, the entire
Wow.
city. So I always go there to, decompress and zone out and, like
Mhm.
space out and just, be one with nature and all of that. And this is, I have a couple of, cool places where I like to hike and just go for, go and spend a little bit of time there because it gets my gears going. I think a lot
Mhm.
about, life and, and music and all of that. Usually when, I come down from a hill, I usually have a song in mind. It's like
Mhm.
almost every time. It's like a magical place for me. So yeah, skating, comic books, and hiking for me, man. I love that shit.
Okay.
Great,
Okay.
cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I also used to be when I was younger. I used to be like a lot into video games, but when I got into when I got into the university, like my mother and my sister like begged me to stop because they were like, if you continue like this, you will never graduate. Please stop. And I was
Yeah,
like, okay,
they used to say the same to me.
yeah, I bet, man. I was like, oh, you like playing video games? What do you like?
Yeah.
Tell me. Tell me. Tell
Which
me.
ones?
Yeah.
Oh, right now I just bought a Nintendo Switch for playing on Monster
Oh,
Hunter
sweet.
Rise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I a huge fan of Halo.
Yes.
So
Yes. God, yes.
I own Xbox 360. It's old but gold,
Yeah.
I just play all the Halos from the 1 to the 4th chapter, all finished, of course. Another. Oh, huge fan of Super Mario, the Italian plumber.
Can't go wrong with that, man. Can't go
Yeah,
wrong with
and
that.
of course I can do if I play Super Mario. And what else? Yeah, that's. I think they are my favorite ones, and also you have a lot of retro gaming games. So I'm a huge fan of these emulations like this. So yeah,
Man,
and
when we're over to Italy, we're playing Halo together.
yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
gotta do me that favor.
But by the way, I moved some rust from my hands, but I have to improve again. I'm not. My reflections are not the same as I was a boy. So
yeah, man, are
I'm
you
still
kidding me?
good. By the way, I'm still good.
I haven't played since I was like freaking 20, so I'll probably be like shit, but I don't mind, man. I love playing video games. Cool.
Yeah, cool. By the way, yeah, cool.
Okay. So I think we are near to the end.
Yeah,
That
Cool,
was
man.
amazing.
really cool. It was a long live chat, but I didn't felt
Yeah, sorry about
it
that.
was no, I
Yeah,
didn't. It was
it was.
really easy and really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. Really, it
Yeah,
was
Thank
awesome.
you. We enjoyed ourselves too. Thank you
Yeah,
very much. It
it
was
was
great,
amazing.
it was amazing. And just before we
great.
go, I really want to say something. What you guys are doing right now with this whole thing, and like I'm seeing the platform right now and all of that. I think that the fact that you are taking this time to be close with your fans and
Mhm.
introduce them to new bands and all of that. Seriously, guys, from the bottom of my heart, I really think that you what you're doing is super cool and wicked, and you deserve
Thank you,
a lot of congratulations, man. This is
Thank
thank,
you.
thank you
amazing.
so
Yeah,
much.
man.
Yeah.
No, really, I was like, I was thinking this through the entire chat. I was like, man, this is
Yeah,
so cool what they are doing right now. This is
thank you,
so
thank you.
cool. Yeah.
We are really glad, when we receive these things. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
No,
that's
We
you
Thank
know
guys
you.
that
deserve it.
it's working.
No, man, it really was amazing. I think we
Yeah.
enjoyed ourselves a lot, and keep
Yeah,
it
thank
up,
you.
man. It's I will follow you guys like way more just because of that, just to see how you guys, what bands will you bring in, and just to hang out and spend some time because it's really cool, man. Really cool.
Thank you,
Thanks.
thank you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure for us actually
Yeah,
because we always learn something new.
all the time.
Besides meeting something new every time, and it's a good way to connect with other artists and to learn about how they perceive music and the artist way, and it's always a good way to share some feelings, especially in times like this,
Yeah,
very
of course.
very
Yeah,
hard
sure.
for all the
Mhm.
musicians. It's a good way to encourage each other to keep the things up.
Yeah,
um,
Yeah,
I
And
have
maybe
to say,
we'll get after this whole thing is like over, we will probably either you can visit Greece or we can come to
yeah, of
Italy and
yeah,
yeah.
and meet up
yeah,
close,
You know
because
what?
you guys rock,
ab-
you're amazing, and that was very
yeah.
very nice.
absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, we usually end with a final, very special speech from our guest. We almost already started it,
Indeed.
but
Yeah,
yeah. But before getting into that, really want to remember to our people all the social media
oh, of course.
to get in touch with you and be updated on all the stuff that we are going to do. So
Yeah,
here are all the social media from Project Renegade:
Thank you very
uh,
much.
Thank you.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also follow them on YouTube because they have super cool music and super cool videos to check out.
yeah,
Also, check out
Bandcamp.
their Bandcamp page. And as you may know, people, we have playlist on Spotify
Yeah,
where we used to gather of the guests that we host on this, how can you say that, on this format.
wow.
So we will very pleased to add also Project Renegade music,
Yeah,
Thank you very
so
much.
Thank you.
you
Thank you so
can
much.
check them
you're
out, and
welcome.
also you will have the chance to get on their main Spotify page.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you very much.
Um,
Thank you.
Okay, now the stage is yours, Mariana and Dodi. Say whatever you want to our people.
You go. The only thing I'll have to say is to everyone, watching and listening, bondage.
Close the internet. That's
See, I
perfect.
told you, it never gets
That
old.
was a mic drop. I cannot follow that. That was a mic drop.
I told you, it will never get old. You can use it like, for your next chat and it still be funny.
That's perfect.
I would like to say that it was amazing, doing that. And, I don't know for you guys, but for me, this type of, conversations and chats and, this connection that makes me, better. I mean, I feel better. I feel that catharsis that we were talking about right now. I feel lighter. I feel, more connected to you, to the fans. It's been really hard, especially with the social part of our life during all those months, and all that really, really, really matters. Not only in terms of Project Renegade and the band, but for me personally, that is that makes me really happy on a personal level. And thank you for that. Apart from the whole band thing. Thank you for inviting us. Thank you for letting us know you, and know your band, and getting to your very Italian and very flamboyant mentality. It was awesome because that kind of clicks with us.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for all the guys for their questions and for being up this late. I know we probably are the longest chat. I don't know, but maybe we're the longest chat you've ever done.
It was cool. It was super cool. So don't worry. I didn't even realize that it was so long. So that was perfect.
Yeah.
Magic.
That is Greek magic right there. From my end, I just want to say again, thank you to everyone in the chat. Thanks to you, Simon and Fede. You guys are very cool guys. I cannot wait to meet you up close and just continue this beautiful chat.
Yeah.
It was so cool for me, because I really got to talk for 20 minutes straight for drums. and no, I'm just kidding. But it was awesome to talk 20 minutes for straight for drums. But it's very important, to I think to show people that in times where we are very we're living in quarantines and lockdowns and all of that, that us musicians can find ways to come together and just have a chat, talk music, talk, life in general, and show people that, you cannot silence music. You cannot silence musician. It will forever be there. And, that is a message that, I think it was conveyed today between the four of us. And I cannot be more grateful to you, two beautiful gentlemen, and to everyone in the chat. I mean, honestly, I cannot wait to do this again. That's where I'm going to leave it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Really,
and if you ever come to Greece, you will learn what the Greek coffee time magic means.
Okay.
It will be 10 hours straight of conversation without you even realizing it.
Yeah. Usually in interviews, they're like, let's do an hour. Let's do an hour and a half. And it's going to turn into a 3 or 4 hour conversation because we just won't shut up. And they're like, it's okay, I'll cut you off. And we'll be like, yeah, cut us off because we talk a lot.
Okay. Cool.
Cool, guys.
Okay. Again, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It was really, really awesome. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks for being so genuine with us and with all of our people, all of the people that join us. And really, I wish you all the best with Project Renegade. I hope to meet you one day in person, maybe on tour, maybe here in Italy, maybe in Greece. in Greece,
Greece.
wherever in the world, and that's it.
Yeah.
For everyone who's watching, and if you want to be updated to all the live chat that we are going to do next time, put a reminder on YouTube here or on Facebook, and again, check out everything from Project Renegade. You won't be disappointed. If you want, we just released. We are going to release a 10th anniversary limited edition of our vinyl from One Way Out. If you want, check this out, because we reached 10 years since the first album. We are very
Congratulations.
Old. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's it, I think. Oh, no.
What? Don't say that word. Oh, come on. I was wondering. Come on. Yeah, bondage.
Sorry.
What are you doing after this live chat, Simon?
Bondage.
Oh, good for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
Thank
again.
you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great night. Have a great day. Have a great evening, wherever you are in the world. And see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.